30 minutes from Manhattan, New York proper. And the north side is where you would love to live because it's the residential side, it's grass, it's birds, it's everything the south side is. The south side, that's your ghetto. That's where I was born and raised until about 5 years old. This is a town you come to get away from the hip town, to kind of integrate yourself into some type of normalcy. Melvin, I've never met him, never knew him. He passed before I met Sean. Why he wasn't there was just a mystery, both of us. So Sean had to learn about his dad through other fellas that came up during that time.
Sean Combs was a gangster, a hustler, and a player in the streets of New York.
Melvin was a part of a group of guys that was led by Nicky Barnes, being Harlem Kingpin, if you want to call it.
His father sold to an undercover cop. This was a New York City police officer. And he gave the cop information his father was killed because he was ratting him out.
I don't know how he died. I don't know. I just know Janet woke up one day and he was not there, and Sean was. Janet left a lot of money. There was a brand new house, and Janet had to pivot. And her desire was to occupy that house with someone that had a son close to the age of her son. My mom knew Janet, and somehow, some way, they hooked up, and we were offered the bottom floor on her brand new house that her and Melvin had built. And we had a chance now to move on the north side. So when we pulled up to this house, I saw a whole new world, and all I did was look at these two people, because what I saw black people like myself, but they had a different color black. It was golden, it was shiny, it was elegant. They had really nice clothes and jewelry. So we get up to the house, we get out the car, Janet says, well, wait a minute, let me go get Sean. And she goes upstairs, she comes back down with this little kid. And I look at him like, oh my God, this guy is different. He's the one in the hat. And you can see he has jewelry on, he has rings on, he has bracelets on. This is a 4-year-old in a 30-year-old's wardrobe. My first interaction with Sean Combs, it wasn't Puffy yet. We were playing baseball down at Brush Bowl and Mount Vernon, New York. He was on Little League at Braces. And he's a shy guy, he wasn't real loud and boisterous. I don't know if he was good, to where I would say he was good in baseball. He was on the team, even with football. He played football in Muncie, Michael. I wouldn't say he was good. I heard he was on the team.
So I first met Buff when he came to a cousin of mine's house party. He was part of a dancing fashion crew called 7 Up. And those guys would go throughout New York City, battle people in dancing, fashion. He also was one of the first kids that I knew that had like a Gucci watch.
He always had all the best of everything. Like Sean didn't go to school. Sean went to Catholic school, private school. Private school. They always say, oh yeah, he's doing good. He got him in private school. This kid is rich. He was looked at as the rich kid. Sean was the different kid. Sean was the kid that people could smell was not tough. Sean was always getting hit up your head on the side of your head one too many times, or getting called a bitch one too many times. There's a one kid in particular named John. He was about 6 feet tall at 12 years old. Real big husky dude. And for some reason, Jonathan would pick on him. And he would pick on him and hit him and make him cry and take his bike and just do mean stuff. To the point where I couldn't watch that happen. I had to intervene because my interaction with Sean was a protector. It was a bigger bro. When something's done to them, you step up. But after I graduated high school and I went into the military, Sean didn't have me around.
There's been quite a bit of research done on one area of work that we really refer to a lot. It's called adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. It can be everything from witnessing domestic violence, physical abuse. It could be having a parent who's absent. Here's a man who lost his father early in life under some very violent, tragic circumstances. If you lost a parent, there's a desire to belong to something bigger than yourself, to not be isolated, to belong to a group, to fit in.
This is one of the pictures before Puff joined the same game. I started the same game in '89. We were men that came together and we went to parties. You know, we clubbed. You had some guys that was hustling. Puff, man, he want to be with us. He want to be with us. A lot of guys didn't want him a part of the same game because he didn't live in Harlem. The dudes didn't really like him. All right, so one day we decided, they said, Puff, come over here. We're going to have the youngins tighten them up. And we're going to smash him in the head, rough him up or something like that. When Puff came, we was all out there, and the young guys grabbed him. And they started trying to rough him up, and he jetted running. They brought him back, and they roughed him up, smashed off, hit him in the head with cakes and all this other stuff like that. After that, Puff was in the same game. This is the picture when he crossed over into the same game. He got the same game t-shirt on.
When I got home from the military, and Sean and I hadn't seen each other in a while, and you know, I'm like, what's up, Sean? He said, and he called me Puff now. He called me Puff. I was being looked at as a punk, I was being looked at as a pushover, I was being looked at as a sissy, as a wimp, as a goofy. I ain't even trying to know that person again. And I'm a Puff guy.
So that insecurity, the need to fit in,
I had a great time. Yeah, I'm glad they invited me back.
the need to feel powerful. Silent perpetrators are profoundly damaged individuals and feel very powerless. In a way of being powerful is controlling and victimizing other people.
What's up with your relationship with Jennifer?
I am a civil litigator who has filed several cases against Sean Combs for sexual assault in civil court. I have been sounding the alarm about Mr. Combs for years. He is a man who has done awful things to hundreds, maybe thousands of people.
I'm wilder, I'm crazier.
I want to speak about this now because I witnessed everything. I haven't said anything for so long, and it's built up. It's been 20 years. I don't trust because I'm afraid that they might come get me for speaking.
The very first girlfriend Sean had that I